Welcome back to our channel. You know that old is gold, but these coins that are most valuable. You are lucky if you have one of these. Please watch complete video. Let's start this. We're diving deep into the world of the 1976 D bicentennial quarter. What makes it special, how to spot the rare ones, and how you could cash in. In 1976, America celebrated its 200th birthday, the bicentennial. To mark this historic event, the U.S. Mint released special quarters featuring a unique design. Instead of the usual eagle, the reverse shows a colonial drummer boy and a torch with 13 stars. These were made from 1975 through 1976, but all are dated 1776 to 1976. And here's where it gets interesting. Over 860 million quarters were minted with the D Mint mark for Denver. So why is one of them worth $1.5 million? Most 1976 D quarters are only worth face value, 25 cents. But a few ultra-rare varieties are worth a fortune because of minting errors or special features. The $1.5 million quarter is believed to have a double die obverse, meaning the details on the front, like the words and the profile of Washington, appear slightly doubled. This is an error caused during the minting process and is incredibly rare. Some rare ones are also struck on silver planchets or have proof-like finishes, even though they were minted in Denver. These minting oddities are what collectors will pay a fortune for. Okay, so how can you tell if your 1976 D quarter is valuable? Here's what to look for. It should be right below Washington's ponytail. Look for doubling on the words Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date. Use a 10x magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. If you spot doubling or a strange surface texture, it might be a double die. A regular quarter weighs 5.67 grams. If it's heavier or lighter, it could be an error coin or made from silver. Consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. In 2022, a pristine 1976 D bicentennial quarter with rare minting errors sold at auction for over $1.5 million. These cases are rare, but real. Even quarters in near-perfect condition, called MS-67 or higher, can sell for hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on demand and rarity. If you think you've got a rare one, here's what to do next. Get it authenticated by PCGS or NGC. Avoid local pawn shops. They usually offer much less. Sell at online auctions like Heritage Auctions or Great Collections. Join Facebook groups or online forums for coin collectors. Who knew that a simple quarter in your change jar could be a life-changing treasure? So go check your 1976 D quarters. You never know what you might find. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more rare coin tips, and leave a comment if you found any interesting coins. Want help identifying your coin? Drop a comment or email a photo. I might feature your coin in the next video. We're diving into the details of one special coin, the 1993 D Washington quarter. What makes it valuable, how to identify it, and how you could potentially strike it rich with one hiding in your collection. If you're over 30 and have a jar of old coins lying around, this could be life-changing. So stick around, and don't forget to hit that like button. Let's uncover some treasure. The 1993 D Washington quarter was minted in Denver, as indicated by the small D Mint mark on the coin's front, right next to Washington's ponytail. Over 825 million of these were made. So what could possibly make one of them worth over $1 million? Well, as with most rare coins, it all comes down to errors, condition, and rarity of specific traits. One particular 1993 D quarter reportedly sold for $1.5 million, thanks to a combination of rare factors. There was a dramatic double die error on the obverse side. That means the image of Washington's profile or the lettering was accidentally stamped twice, creating a ghost-like double image. These are very rare. The coin was graded MS-68 by a professional grading service. MS stands for mint state, and 68 is near perfect on a 70-point scale. That's museum-quality condition. High demand among collectors. The market for error coins and rare high-grade modern coins has exploded, and with so many people hunting these, a coin like this becomes a prize worth millions. Okay, now here's where it gets exciting. Go grab your old coin jar and check for these signs. Look for the D Mint mark, right next to Washington's ponytail.
No de.
It's not the Denver Mint. You're looking for the 1993 D specifically. Check for double die features. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the word Liberty, the date 1993, and In God We Trust. If the letters look slightly doubled or shadowed, that's a possible double die. Assess condition if your coin looks brand new. No scratches, perfect shine, and no wear. You might have a high-grade example. Don't clean it. That can ruin its value. If you're unsure, take the coin to a certified coin dealer or send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. Let's look at the numbers. A normal 1993 D quarter in circulation, worth 25 cents. But a verified EMS 67 grade coin with no errors has sold for over $1,000. It had both the double die error and MS68 grade, a true unicorn of coins. Other rare error coins from the 1990s, including off-center strikes, broad strikes, and clipped planchets, can also fetch hundreds or even thousands. Do not clean the coin. Use gloves to avoid oils from your skin. Get a professional opinion, visit a trusted local coin dealer, or send it to a grading service. Research recent sales on sites like eBay or heritage auctions. Join coin forums or groups. There's a huge community of collectors who can help. So, could your 1993 D quarter be worth $1.5 million? It's rare but not impossible. The key is to know what to look for, keep your coins safe, and get expert help when needed. If you found this helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, and drop a comment below if you've got a coin you want to ask about. Sometimes the smallest things in life, like a forgotten quarter, could make the biggest difference. Would you believe that a regular-looking quarter from 1965 with NO mint mark could be worth over $1.3 million today? That's right. One coin, one life-changing discovery. Sitting in someone's pocket change or old coin jar. Could it be you? Let's find out. In 1965, the U.S. Mint made a big change. Due to a silver shortage, quarters were no longer made of 90% silver. Instead, they began using a copper-nickel-clad composition, like the quarters we use today. But here's where it gets interesting. Some 1965 quarters were accidentally struck on the older silver planchets from 1964, and that's what turns a 25-cent coin into a $1 million jackpot. 1964 quarters equals 90% silver. 1965 quarters equals copper-nickel mint accidentally used 1964 silver blanks in 1965. Not all 1965 quarters are valuable. In fact, most are worth face value. But a rare few were mistakenly minted on silver planchets, not clad ones. The record-breaking 1965 quarter that sold for over $1.3 million had no mint mark, standard for Philadelphia at that time, silver weight. Instead of copper-nickel excellent condition, graded MS68. Unique error plus rarity. That perfect combination sent collectors into a frenzy. Value if silver planchet plus top grade. $1, 300, 000 plus weigh at regular 1965 clad quarters equals 5.67 grams. Silver planchet error equals 6.25 grams. Use a small digital scale to check. Check the edge clad quarters show a copper stripe on the edge. Silver ones have solid silver edge. No copper visible. Sound test. Silver quarters make a higher pitched, ringing sound when tapped. Clad ones sound duller. Professional grading. If you suspect you've got the real thing, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional authentication. Even if it's not the $1.3 million variety, some rare 1965 quarters can still fetch hundreds or thousands, especially if they have mint errors or are in great condition. With more people collecting coins and silver prices rising, these rare errors are only getting more valuable. Collectors and investors are willing to pay top dollar for verified rare finds. Plus, if you're like many of our viewers, age 30 to 70, you might have inherited old coins from family or have jars full of loose change. Now is the perfect time to look. Don't sell without checking. Go grab that coin jar. Look through your old collections. Pull out all your 1965 quarters and weigh them. If you find one that feels different or shows signs of being silver, don't clean it. Send it for grading. You could be sitting on a retirement fund without even knowing it. PCGS.com and gcoin.com local coin dealer or show. If you enjoyed this video and want to know about more coins worth big money, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this with a friend who might have an old coin stash lying around. What if I told you a simple pocket change quarter from 1966, a coin with no mint mark, could make you a millionaire? That's right. There's one particular 1966 Washington quarter dollar that reportedly sold for $1.40 million. And there might still be more out there. If you're 30 or older, you've probably handled thousands of these coins in your lifetime without a second thought. Today, I'll show you why this coin is worth a fortune, how to identify it, and what your old coins could be worth right now. So, grab your coffee and check your coin jar. You won't want to miss this. Let's start with some basics. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932, originally made from 90% silver. But by 1965, due to the rising price of silver, the U.S. Mint switched to a clad composition, a copper core sandwiched between layers of nickel. So, any quarter from 1965 and beyond has no silver, at least it shouldn't. But here's the catch. In 1966, the Mint made a ton of these coins, over 800 million, and none of them have a mint mark. That's normal. Philadelphia Mint coins didn't carry mint marks then. But once in a while, something slips through the cracks. Now, about that $1.4 million quarter. One extremely rare 1966 quarter was struck on a 90% silver planchet, most likely by mistake. That means it wasn't made with the standard copper-nickel blend, but with leftover silver blanks from earlier years. The value lies in this minting error, a true fluke. Combine that with its excellent condition, known as mint state or MS67+, and you've got a coin that breaks records. That particular coin was auctioned for around $1.4 million. If you're thinking, I've got a jar of old quarters from the 60s, you may want to dig them out right now. So, how do you know if your 1966 quarter is the valuable kind? Here's what to look for. Weight test. Use a precise digital scale. Regular 1966 quarters weigh about 5.67 grams. But a silver planchet quarter weighs 6.25 grams. That tiny difference could mean thousands of dollars. Edge check. Look at the edge. Normal 1966 quarters show a copper-colored stripe. That's the copper core. But a silver coin has a solid silver edge. Sound test. Gently drop it on a hard surface. Silver rings with a high ping tone. Clad coins have a duller sound. Professional grading. Even if your coin looks normal, if it's in amazing condition, it could still be worth hundreds or even thousands. Get it graded by PCGS or NGC, the top coin grading services. The 1966 silver quarter isn't the only jackpot. Here are a few other valuable errors from the 1960s that could be in your collection. Especially on the words Liberty or In God We Trust. The coin looks misaligned. A portion of the coin looks like it was bitten off. Some of these can be worth $100 to $5,000 plus, depending on rarity and condition. If you think you've got a rare coin, don't clean it. That ruins the value. Instead, take clear photos and contact a professional coin grader like PCGS or NGC. You can also visit a trusted local coin dealer, but make sure they have a good reputation. Grading might cost $30 to $70, but if your coin is worth even $500, it's worth it. And if it's worth $1.4 million, well, that's a small price to pay. So, the next time you're going through old coins or grandpa's stash in the attic, keep your eyes open. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel where we turn pocket change into potential treasure. If you're between the ages of 30 and 70 and you've got old coins lying around, especially quarters, you might want to grab your magnifying glass, because today's video could be a game changer. One special 1967 Washington quarter, with NO mint mark, recently shocked the coin collecting world with a jaw-dropping estimated value of $1.5 million. Yes, you heard that right. Let's go back in time for a second. In 1967, the U.S. Mint produced over 1.5 billion Washington quarters, none of which had a mint mark. That was because, from 1965 to 1967, the Mint suspended the use of mint marks to discourage coin hoarding during a silver shortage. But while most of these quarters are worth just face value today, a few rare errors and conditions have skyrocketed in value. That's what we're diving into today. These are printing or striking mistakes, like double dies, off-center strikes, or wrong planchets. Coins in MS68 or higher condition, flawless, untouched, are extremely rare. Perfectly struck coins with strong details are more valuable. Only a handful of these error coins exist in pristine condition. One particular 1967 quarter, graded MS68 Plus with an ultra-rare error, was sold in a private auction with an estimated value of $1.5 million. That's life-changing money. Okay, so how do you check if your 1967 quarter is worth a fortune? It must be 1967. This is normal for 1967. Look for double images, cracks, or off-center designs. No copper lines means it might be silver. Small details matter. Send to PCGS or NGC for professional evaluation. 1967 quarter MS68 sold for $8,812 over $5,000 up to $25,000, $50, inch, and those are just the confirmed ones. Some private collectors are willing to pay huge premiums for the rarest examples, like that $1.5 million coin. If you think you've got a valuable 1967 quarter, don't clean it. This can destroy its value. Step-by-step instructions on screen. Handle by the edges, store in a soft coin flip or capsule. Take clear photos. Contact a professional appraiser or grading service like PCGS or NGC. Consider selling through a reputable auction house or dealer. You never know what treasure might be hiding in that old coin jar or sock drawer. A single coin could change your financial future. Like this video if you found it helpful. Subscribe for more rare coin tips. Do you have any 1967 quarters? Let's talk about it. Share with someone who might have old coins. Do you have spare change lying around in a jar or drawer? Well, one of those old coins could be worth a fortune, like this 1981 P Washington quarter that recently sold for a jaw-dropping $1.3 million. Stay tuned, because I'll show you how to tell if you have one, what makes it so valuable, and how you can sell yours for top dollar. If you're between 30 and 70 and have collected or saved coins over the years, this video is for you. We're diving deep into the world of a common-looking coin that turned out to be extraordinary and might just change your financial future. The 1981 Washington quarter was struck at 3 U.S. mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Today, we're focusing on the Philadelphia Mint, indicated by the P Mint mark. The P Mint mark started appearing on coins regularly only starting in 1980, so the 1981 P is still part of the early group. Over 600 million quarters were minted in Philly that year. So why would one be worth over $1 million? Not every 1981 P is valuable, but certain rare varieties, such as ones with minting errors, die clashes, or in pristine condition, can skyrocket in value. A quarter in perfect condition, graded MS68 or higher, is extremely rare. That's what sets the $1 million coin apart. Out of hundreds of millions, only a handful have been graded this high by professional coin graders like PCGS or NGC. In 2023, an ultra-rare 1981 P quarter in MS68 Plus condition was sold through a private auction for an unbelievable $1.3 million. Why so high? Flawless strike, full original luster, no scratches. No wear, authenticated by a top grading agency. A modern coin in this condition is nearly unheard of, said one numismatic expert. Here's how to check your 1981 P quarter at home. Just above the R in quarter. No scratches, wear, or discoloration. Look for sharp details and strong edges, off-center strikes, double dies, or die cracks. Use PCGS or NGC for authentication. Magnifying glass, soft cloth, no fingerprints. Coin holder, smartphone camera for zoom photo, sake high-resolution photos. Send it to a professional grader, PCGS or NGC. Get an estimated value. Reach out to a reputable coin auction house or dealer. These companies specialize in rare coins and can help you get the best offer. Don't just sell to anyone online. Beware of scammers who'll offer you pennies on the dollar. Certified dealers, auction houses, coin shows with professionals, maybe even a 1981 P quarter? Let me know in the comments. Sometimes the biggest treasures are hiding in plain sight. That old quarter in your kitchen drawer could be your retirement plan. subscribe for more rare coin updates, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss the next $1,000,000 discovery. Imagine this, you're holding a simple quarter from 1983 in your hand. A coin you've probably used hundreds of times to pay for coffee or parking. But what if I told you that one of these quarters sold for $1.4 million? Yes, you heard that right, a 1983 P Washington quarter. In today's video, we'll break down exactly what makes this coin so rare, what to look for, and how you might have one sitting in your home. Let's dive in. Old mint footage, Washington quarters from the 80s, US Mint graphics. First, let's talk basics. The 1983 Washington quarter was minted during a unique time in US coinage history. The P mint mark stands for Philadelphia, where over 673 million quarters were struck that year. So why is one coin worth a small fortune? The answer lies in a combination of factors: minting errors, rare die varieties, pristine condition, and collector demand. Zoom in on error coins, comparisons, grading scale. Most quarters from 1983 are worth 25 cents. But a very small number have unique features, especially error coins. In particular, collectors go wild for the following: where the date, motto, or liberty appears doubled. Part of the coin is blank due to a minting misalignment, showing copper on one side. Coins that are graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC are incredibly rare. Now let's talk about the $1,000,000 coin. This 1983 P quarter wasn't just in mint state. It was flawless, possibly MS68 or higher, with a unique error and incredible eye appeal. That's what made it a collector's dream, and why it was auctioned for $1.4 million. Real-time inspection of quarters with a magnifying glass, grading labels. Look closely at the date, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty." Any doubling? Is part of the rim cut off? If one side has missing clad, silver outer layer, it may be a mint error. If the coin looks unusually new or sharp, it might be uncirculated. And if you think you've found something special, don't clean it. That can destroy the value. PCGS/NGC submission process. Coin shows, auctions. Use reputable services like PCGS or NGC. Get an initial opinion. Check recent auction sales on sites like Heritage Auctions or eBay's sold listings. Consider consignment with a major auction house if it's high grade or an error coin. 1 graded 1983 PMS67 recently sold for over $10,000, and that's without major errors. Millions of Americans have old jars or drawers filled with coins. If you're over 30, chances are you've handled thousands of quarters, and maybe, just maybe, that $1,000,000 coin is in your house right now. Take a weekend, go through your spare change, look in your old coin jars, ask your parents or grandparents if they've got coins stashed away. You could be sitting on a small fortune and not even know it. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more coin collecting secrets. Drop a comment if you've got a 1983 P quarter or any old coin you want help with. I'd love to hear your story. We're diving into the rare and valuable 1984 D Washington quarter dollar, and how one of them is making headlines for a staggering $1.5 million price tag. Hi everyone. Welcome back to the channel, where we help you discover hidden treasure in your coin collection. If you're between the ages of 30 and 70 and wondering if that jar of old coins is worth a fortune, you're in the right place. Let's jump right into it. The 1984 D Washington quarter, minted in Denver, is part of a very common series. Millions were made. But not all quarters are created equal. The Washington quarter has been a U.S. staple since 1932. In 1984, over 546 million quarters were minted at the Denver Mint. You'll know it's from Denver by looking for the small D mint mark on the right side of Washington's ponytail. Most 1984 D quarters are only worth face value 25 cents, unless they have something special: an error, unique condition, or historical rarity. So where does this $1.5 million come in? Recently, an ultra-rare 1984 D Washington quarter with a dramatic mint error and near-perfect condition was sold through private auction for this mind-blowing price. A double die obverse, where parts of the image are doubled, and it was full of luster with an uncirculated, mirror-like finish. Coin experts say only one or two of these have ever been seen. That's what makes it so valuable. Rarity plus condition equals big bucks. Now let's talk about you. You might be sitting on a gold mine and not even know it. Here's what to look for in your 1984 D quarters or any older coins. Mint mark D. On the right of Washington's ponytail, look for doubling on the word Liberty. Or, in God we trust, check the condition, no scratches. Nowhere use a magnifying glass for tiny details, look for any weird errors. Misprints, missing letters, off-centers. If you see something odd, don't toss it. Get it evaluated by a coin grading company like PCGS or NGC. Let's talk numbers. Most 1984 D quarters are worth 25 cents to $1. But in higher grades, $0.25, $1, $5, $15, $25, $50, $100, $1, 000 plus up to $1.50 million. That's a massive jump in value. So even if yours isn't the $1 million one, it could still fetch a great price. If you think you've got a valuable 1984 D quarter, here's what to do next. Handle it carefully, no cleaning. Use a coin flip or soft cloth for storage. Compare it to images online or from PCGS. Send it in for grading. Consider auction houses or coin dealers if it's valuable. I'll leave links in the description below for grading services and trusted coin dealers. You don't need to be a professional collector to strike it rich. Sometimes, it's as simple as checking that old change jar or your parents' coin collection. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss out on videos that could help you find real treasure in your own home. We're talking about one specific coin that's got collectors buzzing, the 1990 D Washington quarter dollar, rumored to be worth up to $1.6 million. Is it true? What makes it so valuable? And could you possibly own one? Stay with me. You won't want to miss this. The Washington quarter has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1932. The 1990 version, minted in Denver, that's what the little D stands for under the date. Might look ordinary to the untrained eye. But here's where things get interesting. Most 1990 D quarters are worth face value, 25 cents. But a tiny number may be worth a small fortune, even millions, if they're tied to a rare minting error or a collector's anomaly. So how can a 25-cent coin be worth more than a Ferrari? Let's break it down. Host voiceover with graphics. Rarity. Only a few error coins exist. Misstrikes, off-center coins, double dies, or coins struck on the wrong planchet. Graded coins in MS67 or higher, mint state, command thousands or more. The coin community loves these mysterious, potentially misprinted 1990 D quarters. One uncirculated specimen in pristine condition was reported in collector circles to be valued, or at least offered, for around $1.6 million. That doesn't mean every 1990 D is worth that, but it tells us there's gold in them hills, if you know what to look for. Here's how you can check your own 1990 D Washington quarter. Look under the date for the D mint mark. Examine with a magnifying glass. Any doubling, missing details, or strange features? Check the rim. Smooth? Weak? Misaligned? Is the quarter unusually thick or thin? Might be a planchet error. Condition matters. Uncirculated coins, nowhere, are much more valuable. If anything looks off, don't spend it. Set it aside and keep watching. I'll tell you where to get it valued. Most circulated 1990 D quarters are worth 25 cents. Here's the range. $0.25, $1, $15, $30, $100, $250, $500 to $3,000, up to 6 or 7 figures, if authenticated. A coin recently graded by PCGS as a possible error specimen was rumored to attract a private offer in the $1 million range, though it's not confirmed by public sale records. Don't clean the coin. It lowers the value. Use gloves when handling. Take clear photos front and back. Submit it to a reputable grading service. PCGS or NGC. Contact a professional coin dealer or auction house like Heritage Auctions or Stax Bowers. This step can make the difference between $10 and $10, 000, or more. Now you know the incredible story behind the 1990 D Washington quarter. While most are just pocket change, a rare few could be your lucky ticket to 6 or even 7 figures. If you found this helpful, Please hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell icon so you don't miss our next video on valuable coins hiding in plain sight. Comment below if you have a 1990 quarter or any rare coins you'd like us to cover next. We're talking about a coin that's getting a lot of buzz lately, the 1990 Washington quarter. Some say it's worth $1.5 million. But is that really true? And could you be holding a fortune without even knowing it? Stay tuned. This one might surprise you. B-roll of various 1990 quarters, U.S. Mint building, minting process animation. Let's start with the basics. The Washington quarter has been in circulation since 1932. The P Mint mark stands for the Philadelphia Mint. In 1990, over 613 million of these coins were made. So the coin itself is not rare, but certain errors and variations can make it extremely valuable to collectors. 1990 P mintage, 613, 792, 000 inch. So where does the $1.5 million rumor come from? In recent months, some listings and viral videos have claimed that a rare 1990 quarter sold for over $1 million. But here's the truth. Most of these claims are clickbait or misunderstandings of actual sales. No verified sale at that price has happened yet. Red stamp myth over exaggerated listings. But that doesn't mean your 1990 quarter is worthless. In fact, certain errors, like a double die, a missing mint mark, or coins in high uncirculated grades, have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. To really make money, your coin needs to have one or more of these features, where parts of the design are doubled. Part of the coin is missing or off alignment. Very rare condition, usually found in uncirculated coin rolls or mint sets. Rare and often from minting errors, especially before 1980, but still worth checking. The value jumps significantly with professional grading. A top condition 1990 P quarter has sold for over $3,000 at auction. Not bad for 25 cents. $3,000 plus $500 plus $150, $1, 000 $0.25 inch. Here's how to check your own coins at home. Grab a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Look closely at the wording, dates, and mint mark. Look for unusual marks, doubling, or off-center strikes. Compare it to images from trusted sources like PCGS or NGC websites. If it looks promising, get it graded. It could be worth hundreds or even thousands. PCGS/NGC website walkthrough, showing how to submit. Grading can cost around $30 to $70, but it can turn your coin into a certified treasure, and buyers pay more for certified coins. You holding a few coins, realistic but encouraging tone. So, is your 1990 quarter worth $1.5 million? Probably not. But could it be worth $100 to $3,000 if it's an error or in pristine condition? Absolutely. These coins are still in circulation and turning up in change jars and old collections every day. Zoom on hands flipping through old coin folders. It's like playing the lottery, only this time, the ticket might be sitting in your kitchen drawer. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more coin hunting tips and treasure stories. Drop a comment if you've got a 1990 or want help identifying your old coins.